Tom Zeppenfield from Graphileon with a short demo on something completely different. A case what probably some of you have already encountered is that you want to create tables with data that is coming from different sources. So here, if we look at this table, we have here a set of items A, B, C, D, E, and we have three completely different rows of data, which are in. So in total, we have about eight eight sets of data. So if we look at how this is constructed in InterActor, here we have our table view. That is this thing. So this user interface element is an instance of this table, which is a function which is stored in Neo4j. And on the other end, we have a dashboard, TZ Personal. That's here. That's one of my many dashboards that I have, and I have a number of shortcuts. Each of one translates into a button over here. I didn't, in this visualization here, this diagram, I didn't include all the other shortcuts that are there too, but these are the ones that are important. So this table view, it gets its data from this I/O node. And if we look at that I/O node, you see that there is set 1 up to 8 data sets. So here I have set 1, you see the 54 is over there, 54, and we have B and the C, and then we have 5 empty data sets. Also stored in this node are our new meta properties, which tell the system whether a value of a property should be evaluated or not. So if we wouldn't put evaluate, this would be considered as a string, but now InterActor will evaluate these property values. And what the table does is, in this trigger, which sends the data from the collector to the table, if I look at this one, it concatenates the values of these properties, and function, it refers to the function where the trigger originates. But this trigger does not always fire. I added some conditions. So the size of the function set 1 and 2 and 3 should all be greater than 0, and I should have size the set 4 or set 5 should also be bigger than 0. So if we now look at how this behaves, I'm going to delete the function. So first I have my set 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens because it only fills 1, 2, 3. And then if I add set 5, which is a shortcut over here, I have set 5. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's set 5. So this set 5, when I fire this shortcut, it updates this collector, and then this trigger evaluates the true. So if I now press 5, I have my 1, 2, 3, and I have my fifth set to it. If I do the same with set 4, these ones are also inserted. So now there is still here a button counts, and this corresponds to this this shortcut counts, and it goes to a starter node. And when this starter node is triggered, it triggers subsequently 3 different queries. But those 3 different queries, for instance, here I have it matches the IA function node, and it returns it as a KPI function application with a year and a value which is calculated dynamically, and it's executed against the store application. This query B does the same, well, does not the same, it gets all the node, but it's executed against another store. So InterActor can work against different stores at the same time and combine the results afterwards. This query C is also all node, but then it against the application. So when I fire this query, or when I use this shortcut counts, what happens is those 3 queries are executed, and every time when it executes successfully, so it sends the data from that query, it sends it to one of the data sets, then this one is updated and the table is also updated. So let's see what happens. Okay, so now these functions, these rows have been added, and let's see if it's really dynamic, because I'm going to create a node over here just to test it. Okay, I have a test node, and when I now do counts again, probably this one in the application should be increased. Okay, as you can see, it works as planned. And it goes back. So this is how you can combine results from different queries, even if they are in different stores. And from the table view onwards, you can go, you can go to any data. For instance, we have your number here, a bubble chart, or some more complex charts. So that was it for now. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more interaction examples. Thank you very much.